All right, let's jump right in. For the longest time, we've all thought of AI as this tool, right? A co-pilot we have to constantly direct. Well, that's all about to change. We are right on the edge of a massive shift, moving from just having AI tools to building a real digital workforce.
You know, for years, our whole relationship with AI has been pretty straightforward. We ask, it answers. We prompt, it responds. But we are now entering a completely new era, one that goes way, way beyond just staring at that blinking cursor waiting for us to type the next command.
Okay, just stop and think about this for a second. What if AI didn't just sit there waiting for you? What if it could actually take initiative? I mean, really pursue goals all on its own, without you having to tell it what to do next. And no, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is the absolute core of a powerful new way of thinking about AI.
So this shift creates this huge fundamental difference. The AI we all know and use today, it's reactive. It's basically a tool that needs a human, that's you, in the loop for every single step. Agentic AI, totally different. It's proactive. It's autonomous. It doesn't just sit there and respond. It actually acts.
Okay, so this proactive, autonomous AI, it really needs a new name, a whole new way of thinking about it. We gotta forget words like tool or co-pilot. The absolute best way to wrap your head around this concept is to think of it as a brand new member of your team. Meet the digital employee.
This quote just nails it. An agent is a digital employee. It's not a tool you pick up and put down. Nope, it's a persistent, always-on member of your team. Its whole reason for being is its ability to take action and push work forward, all by itself. So what really makes an AI agentic? What's the secret sauce? Well, it boils down to a few key things. First, it has to be autonomous. Second, it's not generic. It's trained on your specific business knowledge. It also has to be deeply plugged into your other systems. And here's the kicker. It has to be able to handle entire workflows, from the very beginning to the very end.
Okay, so the concept is pretty clear, right? But the big question is, how does a company actually build an AI workforce? I mean, it's not like posting a job opening. It's a whole different ballgame. It's about launching and managing a totally new kind of operational horsepower.
Well, specialized platforms are making this a lot simpler. They basically break it down into a clear three-step process. First, you launch your AI agents for specific jobs. Then you train them with your company's unique knowledge. And finally, you scale them up into a full-blown agentic workforce. And listen, this isn't just some theory for the future. It's happening right now. We're seeing industries like software, healthcare, finance, and especially sales using these agents for all sorts of things, from handling really complex communications to doing massive amounts of outreach. This is where the digital workforce is already making a huge impact. But look, at the end of the day, adopting this isn't just about cool new tech. For anyone running a business, it all comes down to the bottom line, to the results. So what's the actual measurable advantage here? What's the big why?
First off, let's talk about a massive increase in capacity. We're talking 5 to 10 times what your team can do now. And this isn't about making one person just work faster or harder. No, this is about completely eliminating bottlenecks. It frees up your human team to focus on the big picture, on strategy, while the agents just get the work done.
And that huge spike in productivity? It comes with a jaw-dropping drop in cost. For all those repetitive tasks, an agent can be up to 20 times cheaper per hour than traditional labor. Think about that. An efficiency gain like that, it completely changes the entire economic model of scaling a business.
So when you put it all together, it really comes down to these three big drivers. 1, massive cost savings on all that repetitive grunt work. 2, huge productivity gains that just blow the roof off your team's capacity. And 3, you put those two together and you've got a serious competitive advantage. The companies that jump on this early are simply going to be able to outrun everyone else.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, this all sounds incredibly powerful, but it must be a nightmare to build, right? And that brings us to a really critical decision every company has to make. Do you try to build this all yourself, DIY style, or do you use a platform that's built for this? Yeah, trying to build an agentic system from the ground up. It's one of those things where you quickly realize there's a ton of hidden complexity. It's not just about the flashy AI part, it's about the entire enterprise infrastructure underneath. Suddenly, you're on the hook for compliance, for security, for monitoring, the whole shebang. And that's exactly where dedicated platforms come in. They give you that solid foundation right from day one. Because look, for any kind of serious large-scale deployment, there are just some non-negotiables. These are the table stakes. We're talking about compliance with standards like GDPR, full data encryption, really specific access controls for each agent, and a complete audit trail so you know exactly what happened when. You just can't operate safely at scale without this stuff. And in a field that's moving this fast, it's totally understandable that a lot of businesses are looking for stability. They want solutions that are backed by established, durable companies. They're looking at this as a long-term strategic investment, not some short-term experiment that might disappear tomorrow. That trust factor is a huge part of that build versus buy decision.
So let's end on a big question. This technology, it's not just about getting more tasks done. It's about fundamentally changing the very nature of our work. As these autonomous digital employees start handling all of the execution, it really forces us to ask ourselves a pretty profound question. What does it mean to be a manager, a strategist, or a leader when a huge part of your workforce is code? What is our new role in all of this?